So, you were thinking about upgrading your PC, right? Maybe you finally building that dream rig. Yeah, you might want to hold off on that. Because, like it or not, we've all just been drafted into the AI Hunger Games. And trust me, your wallet is the first thing on the chopping block. Seriously, what is going on here? Why are the prices for parts we all need, like RAM and SSDs, suddenly shooting through the roof again? I mean, didn't we just get through the last component crisis?
Exactly. We all breathed this huge sigh of relief when graphics card prices finally came back down to earth. We thought, okay, the nightmare's over. Turns out, that was just the intermission. There's a new player in town, and it's a giant that's buying up all the good stuff and leaving us, well, the scraps.
All right, let's just pull back the curtain and name the culprit, shall we? The one force driving this whole new price surge is something you hear about every single day. Yep, artificial intelligence.
Now here's the part that I think a lot of people miss. AI isn't just some magical code floating around in the cloud. It runs on massive, very real physical hardware. We're talking about data centers the size of cities that need enough power to light up entire countries, and they are starving for computer parts. This crazy appetite is putting an unbelievable strain on the entire global supply chain.
And this quote right here, it just nails the new reality. These AI giants, they have ridiculously deep pockets, and they need this hardware so badly that they will pay any price. They aren't looking for a sale. This means they set the starting price and the final price for everybody else. For regular people like us, PC builders, you name it, we don't get a vote. We just have to pay whatever they say.
So what is this food that AI is just devouring like there's no tomorrow? Well, it's a very specific and incredibly powerful type of memory. Let's talk about HBM, the absolute superfood of the entire AI industry.
HBM. It stands for High Bandwidth Memory. And the real magic here is that 3D stacked structure. Okay, think about it like this. The normal RAM in your PC is like a two-lane road. HBM? It's like stacking 10 superhighways on top of each other, all leading straight to the processor. It's an information autobahn built for one thing, the brutal, data-hungry job of training massive AI models.
And this chart just lays it all out. That DDR5 RAM in your gaming PC? Yeah, it's fast, no doubt. But then you look over at the row for bandwidth. HBM is playing a completely different sport. It's not for your laptop, it's for those monster AI accelerators from NVIDIA and Google. And, as you can see on that last row, it's got a price tag to match. How different a price are we talking? Well, a single unit of HBM costs about 5 times more than the standard DDR5 you'd put in your PC. 5 times. Now, just for a second, pretend you're a manufacturer with limited factory space. Which one are you going to choose to make? The answer to that simple business question is pretty much the root of this entire problem.
And that leads us straight into the domino effect. Because that one simple decision to chase the insane profits of HBM, it kicks off a chain reaction that comes crashing right down on you, me, and every other person buying tech out there.
This quote from Klaus Oschholm is just brutally honest. Chip manufacturers don't have infinite space, so to make more of the super profitable HBM, they have to steal that production capacity from something else. And like he says, there's really only one place to take it from: the assembly lines that make the DDR5 RAM and the NAND flash for our PCs and SSDs. And the pressure for these companies to make that switch is just immense. I mean, look at this chart. Demand for HBM is set to grow by almost 200% this year alone, and it's on track to double again in 2025. That's not a trend, my friends, that is an explosion. And what makes it even crazier is that this entire market is basically controlled by just 3 companies: SK Hynix, Micron, and Samsung. That's it. So when these 3 decide to pivot to HBM, the entire market feels that shockwave instantly. There's nobody else who can just step in and pick up the slack for us consumers. So let's just connect the dots, step by step. Step 1. The AI giants roll up with dump trucks full of cash for HBM. Step 2. The chip makers, who aren't dummies, shift their factories away from consumer stuff to chase those huge profits. Step 3. The supply of the parts we actually need, DDR5 RAM and SSDs, starts to dry up. And step 4, well, you know how supply and demand works. Less stuff, same number of people wanting it, prices go to the moon for everybody.
And we're not talking about a small bump here. These are the official forecasts. The regular DRAM for your PC is expected to jump by a wild 18 to 23%. Your SSD, a 5 to 10% hike. And this isn't some far-off prediction. These price increases are happening right now.
And hey, if you're sitting there thinking, well, I don't build PCs, so I'm good, I've got some bad news. This kind of memory is in everything. It's in your phone, your new car, your smart TV. If it has a screen or a circuit board, it's affected. The AI boom is basically putting a hidden tax on every single piece of modern tech we buy.
So, what's the bottom line for us? What does the future of tech even look like for the average person when we're all fighting over the scraps left behind by the AI industry?
Well, the reality is pretty rough. First off, any tech upgrades you have planned are going to cost more, period. Second, don't be shocked if new phones, laptops, even game consoles get delayed because companies can't get the parts. And here's the real kicker. This is not a short-term thing. HBM supply is already sold out through 2025 and even into 2026. What we're seeing is a great divide, where the absolute best tech is reserved for AI, and the rest of us, we get what's left.
Which leaves us all with a really big question to chew on. The breakthroughs we're seeing with AI are incredible, nobody can deny that. But it's obvious now that there's a cost. AI is literally consuming the building blocks of the digital world we all live in. So I'll just leave you with this. Is AI's massive hunger eating our technological future? Or is this just the price we have to pay for the next big revolution? Let me know what you think down below.